we're not getting John Lester tonight for the Red Sox. You're going to get Brandon Workman. We had Nick Cafardo of the Boston Globe on. That whole city right now is pretty much wrapped up in trade rumors. It's a great place to be approaching the trade deadline. Boston, because it's just everything is so over the top there when it comes to baseball. Joe, I want to ask you the same question I asked Jerry a little earlier on my show this morning. You know, there was a comment from Casey Janssen yesterday to Barry Davis that got a lot of play on Sportsnet. Essentially, Casey Janssen was saying, you know, the team feels that this is their chance, a window of opportunities there. I mean, he wasn't saying, Alex, do something, but in effect what he was saying was, Alex, if you want to do something, it would be really, really appreciated. Tell me what sense you're getting from that clubhouse. Is there a sense of anticipation approaching the deadline? Or do you think guys are looking at it and saying, you know what, realistically, we're probably looking at another sort of Danny Valencia deal?
Well, I interpreted Casey's comments the same as you just talked about, and I think Casey Janssen is a guy that's been around a little bit. He's been here in Toronto for a while now, and, you know, the window of opportunity to win as a major league player doesn't come around all the time, and you've got guys like Reyes and Cabrera and Bautista, these guys. Casey's one of those two that fits in that group that, you know, they got a chance to win the AL East right here, and they're saying, let's go for it, because this does not happen every year. And you talked about the vibe in Boston, and how many times are you going to be in Boston late July and be talking about the Red Sox being sellers and the Blue Jays going for a pennant here? So it's a good time right now to be a Blue Jay, and I think what Casey is saying to the front office is, please go make some moves and improve us. We need to do what we have to do to get over the top. And as a veteran-type player, you know, I don't think not that they don't care, but when they hear about prospects that are in A-ball and AA, they're talking about right now. And you know what? Nobody knows what's going to happen to those kids 2 and 3 years from now. We got a chance to win right now. Make the necessary moves to, whether it's a starting arm in the rotation or a bullpen arm or another bat, whatever it is. But I interpret Casey's comments, and I think they're echoed in that clubhouse. The feelings are the same. Get us what we need now to get over the top.
Joe, from your time around this team lately, what is your read on what Alex Anthopoulos may or may not do? I'm not asking you to play general manager, but what's your gut right now? What does it tell you?
My gut tells me that not much may happen in the next 24 hours, but something could happen in August, and I think that's going to be kind of a wait and see and feel sort of thing. I think if they can continue playing the way they are, I mean, look at the run that they're on. Now, they haven't been playing the top teams in the league by any means. You know, maybe with the exception of the Yankees, they've been on a stretch here where they've been playing weaker teams and going to Houston after this. But then the Orioles come in and things get a little dicier. But hopefully, too, that's around the time maybe you get a couple players back. Lynn maybe comes back, Edwin, and then Laurie. And if they can slowly get those three guys back here over the next week to 2 weeks, I don't know what exactly that time frame is going to be, but to me that's going to be like a huge trade in itself, adding those bats back to the middle of your lineup.